Hi, everybody, and welcome to VoiceOver Insider Connect. And we've got a great Q&A for you today, a good time for you to ask your voiceover marketing questions, because we all know how important voiceover marketing is. My guest today is Jason Frazell. I mean, this is the marketing expert who I go to regularly for marketing advice. Such a difference. Marketing and networking master Jason Frazell. And he's here to share, number one, a little bit about what you'll learn at his webinar on Tuesday night. Secondly, how you can get a free 20-minute voiceover marketing power coaching session. And also be sure to answer your questions. And you can type your question in the comments. And if you would, type your name in there as well, because the way Facebook does it, they won't give us your name anymore. So we'd like to know who it is that we're talking to, if you don't mind going ahead and typing that in. Welcome, Jason.
Thanks, Julie. I'm always flattered by your introduction.
Thank you. I made it up off the top of my head.
I love it.
So let's start with a question that is pretty much on everybody's mind while other people have an opportunity to post their comments. There are a lot of great talents that aren't getting work, and it isn't because they're not as good as the people that are getting work. It's because nobody knows about them. Is there a simple way to get known?
Simple is context. And what I mean by that is what might be very simple to me might be very complex to other people. There are ways to do it. And I think as part of what we're going to do in the session on Tuesday night, I will do my very best to simplify it down. Mm-hmm. Just let me talk a little bit about what that's going to look like and what we're going to offer. Is a really proven formula to have people understand what you do and who you want to meet and how to do the give, get, and networking. And Julie, you and I have talked about this. It's something that I've learned over the last few years is the give, get, and marketing, so that when something comes up, you're the person they think about. That's the thing is simple. The ways to do it, we're all going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to teach a way that works for me and works for a lot of my clients. And that's what we'll work on. And I think most people will find it simple and actually quite energizing and fun, which a lot of people go, networking, it's not fun.
It can be intimidating.
It can be intimidating. I get it. We're going to look to make that more fun for you, because I don't know about everybody listening. I don't like to do anything unless it's fun. So when it's fun, I'm willing to go and do it. So simplify it, make it fun, give you a framework so that you know how to do that and do it in a way that's authentic to each of the people who are going to be attending and listening and watching the recording later.
I had a cycling coach once who said his mom used to say, if it's not fun, stop doing it. So what about the person who is afraid to contact people? I don't want to bother them, that type of thing. I don't want to be a scammer.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that as well. When I hear that, that's a mindset thing, or not owning your value. We're going to spend a little time on that. And my words of encouragement to everybody watching today, and we'll go into this again on next Tuesday, is what you have to offer is really valuable. And when you relate to yourself as valuable, that mindset should go away pretty quickly.
But go ahead.
Go ahead.
What if so many people are contacting them that you really might come across as a spammer? Like on LinkedIn, people just bombarding them with, I do this, hire me.
Yeah.
How do you keep from looking like a spammer?
Yeah. We're actually going to cover that, Julie. We're going to talk about some ways to be authentic and not be a spammer. The second thing I would say, easier said than done. Get over yourself and don't worry about other people. My assertion would be that the audience knows that what you do is valuable. And like you said, your audience is good at what they do. So have to keep reminding yourself of that. And then my value with, hey, here's some ways to be more authentic. Here's a way to connect with people. Those two together will usually cut through the noise. Not always. It's never going to be perfect. And there is a lot of marketing noise out there. We're going to cover some ways to be more authentic and to do that in a way that really generally will have you have a higher chance of connecting. Because now we're talking a little bit about prospecting.
Give us a peek at like one of the techniques that you'll be talking about on Tuesday. One of the ways that we can be seen when everybody is doing it.
Yeah. One of the things that I like to do, and this takes more time, is to do it yourself. Don't use an automation service. If you have a list of 100 people, actually take 2 minutes and write them a personal message. I get hit with a lot of LinkedIn messages as well. I do, and I have done some LinkedIn messaging in the past. I will generally respond when it's authentic. Like if they ask me a question or they say, hey, I noticed something, and they're truly authentic. That's number one. It does take more time, but I would assert if you're not getting jobs, then that time should be used for prospecting anyway. It's just the return on investment. And number two is you just can't take it personally. You just keep going. Mm-hmm. And so one of the things I'm hoping to address in the session is have people ask, well, where do you stop? What's the thing that has you get frustrated, get you resigned, have you stop going? And if we can just look at, with most of my clients and in my life too, and I look at myself this way, where I've stopped in the past is now the place that when I don't stop is where my success comes from.
Oh, okay. So you're just persevering through to that wall that was stopped from succeeding. Once you get over that wall, you start to see some success.
Yeah. So a good example of this, and this is in the coaching realm, is, hey, what do you make it mean about you if you send out 50 warm intros and nobody gets back to you? What's the interpretation you have in yourself about that? The truth of it is those people don't know you. They're not even probably thinking about you. It probably has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with the 100 things they're working on, and just working on that mindset.
And the other thing to keep in mind is not knowing what the other person is doing. If somebody contacts me on LinkedIn, I'll get on there in a couple of months and I'll see it. But if they need something right now, and that's my bad, I need to be on there because I've gotten a client from there before, just because I happen to be on there and see it. Yeah, and I got back to her within a day. But for other people, I wouldn't get back with them in time. So I do have a virtual assistant who checks it out, but she doesn't contact people. I mean, that's something I have to do myself. I teach people to stalk them. Connect with them and read their stuff and know that they just had a grandbaby, know that they love chocolate, know that they're in a blizzard, know all these things about them.
Yeah.
So you can bring that up. Like, hey, I hope you're staying warm in the blizzard. I loved the article they did on you in Backstage Magazine, something like that.
I love that. Yeah, I love that.
So where can I learn how to create a marketing plan? And do I even need like a strategy, or can I just start contacting people from a list?
Yeah, I think for the specific audience of voiceover talent, I don't know that to me, a campaign feels a little broad, or maybe to me that lands like a little bit more work than you'd have to call it. Mm-hmm. Yes, on strategy. The strategy, and we're going to cover this on Tuesday as well, is really more around the messaging.
Right.
And how you present yourself. Because I would assert that most of the audience that's going to be with us, they want to get in touch with similar people, casting directors and commercial directors and those sort of things. It's starting off with a powerful introduction, who you are, why you believe you're the best fit for this role, etc. Media kits, samples. I know you do a lot of production work with your clients, things like having all the good demos and all that. To me, for this space, that's the important part.
Right.
And then how do you do that in a strategic way where and then the second part is, how are you speaking to these people in a way that feels authentic? It doesn't feel like they're getting spammed, because all of us that are getting spammed, they're getting spammed too. How do you cut through that noise? And again, what's interesting about this topic is that my guess is, if everybody's listening, everybody's watching this, and everybody comes on Tuesday, if we increased your response rate by 1% for all the reach outs, your business would easily double. So it's not like we're talking about, I need 50% of people to respond. We just need another percentage point or two for people to respond to you in order to make a huge difference in the work you're getting. So that's the upside to all this is we don't need huge changes to make big differences in all of our business. This applies in marketing overall. Marketing is, obviously, we all know it's a numbers game. How do we increase that number by 0.5%, which equates to more jobs, more clients? Right. Yeah. Which is really, in my opinion, a very good thing.
If you have a question for Jason Frazell, go ahead and type it in the comments. And if you typed one in, I'm not seeing it. And I definitely want to be able to answer any questions you might have. In fact, somebody, would you just go to the comments and say hi, so I can see that I am getting the comments? Okay, so Jason, how often is too often to contact somebody?
Well, I think that really depends. Yeah, there's somebody's in the comments. Hi.
Yeah, thank you. Hi back.
Hi, what's your name? Hey, there's Susan.
Susan Brule.
Hi, Susan.
Hey, Susan. Good to see you.
Hi, Susan. Boy, that really depends, Julie. I think there's when you're doing an online reach out, you want to have some sort of cadence. And then what I would say is, what I generally recommend strategically is you want to do a reach out, and I say three times. This is what I do in my business too. 3 times. Hey, here's what's going on. After 3 times, I'm going to leave you alone. You keep them on your list, whether that be in an email platform, whether that just be on a spreadsheet, doesn't really matter what the list is. And then when you have something new to talk about, go back to them again. Hey, just want to let you know that I've done 3 roles since I've reached out to you. I've got experience with this. Would you be interested in talking? Generally, I like to have something new to talk to people about if I'm going to go back out to them. Mm-hmm. And again, it's, this is not exact science. And Susan, you're very welcome. Thanks for being with us today.
Now, you had mentioned, Jason, beforehand that you are going to offer Voiceover Insiders a power voiceover marketing coaching session for free.
Yeah.
How do people sign up for that? Or tell me what they're gonna get for that, because this is not a sales pitch. This is
no.
time focused on you.
Yeah, exactly. So what Julie and I have put together in partnership is 20 minutes. And if you decide you want to take me up on this, you'll get me asked one question. What do you think I can help you with? I will be prepared for that session, and we can talk marketing tactics, strategy. I will look at something with you. I will look at your messaging. If you want some power executive coaching, my time is your time for 20 minutes. However you think I can help you. Want to talk about sales, whatever it is. Just want to be really clear. I am not a voiceover expert. That is for Julie is for. So if you want somebody to listen to your demos, that's not me. That's Julie. But yeah, it's and it is totally free. We're not selling anything. That's just as part of being with us here and being with us on Tuesday night. That's something that I am happy to offer specifically to your audience, Julie.
Yeah, and
Jason, the link is in the chat.
The reason I go to Jason is because he is a marketing expert, and we can go to voiceover experts who are good at marketing, but they're not really marketing experts. They're voiceover experts who are good at marketing. And to go to a marketing expert who helps other CEOs and small businesses really build their business, I just think that's that you really need to take advantage of this free session he's offering. Now, the webinar that we're going to have is Tuesday night. It is going to be the 24th. It's 7 p.m. Eastern time and 4 p.m. Pacific time. It's only $69. And you can sign up at the link that I'm going to post below this video in the comments on the Facebook group, so that you can sign up, or if you're getting your Voiceover Insider emails, of course, you've gotten that as well. So we hope it will have you there. Are there any last, well, first let's check and see if there's any last questions that came through.
No questions in the comments.
And the link is up above the comments. It's right before the first comment, Julie Williams Voiceover Momentum. That's the link to click to go ahead and book your voiceover power session with Jason. Okay, any last comments that you'd like to add?
Yeah, just to set the stage for the presentation next week, I'm not talking at you with slides for an hour. It's going to be interactive. I'm going to have some questions for the audience. We're going to, I know your audience are actors. And I also I don't do a lot of acting, but I do some improv work and things like that. We're going to have fun. We're going to be interactive. We're going to learn from each other. I will lead it. I've got material, and come not expecting me to read through some slides, because I know I don't like to sit on and read through slides. My experience is, if you just have slides and you can read them to me, just send me the slides and I'll save my hour. So it'll be interactive. It'll be fun. You'll have some things that you can do immediately afterwards. Like literally, I'm going to give some actionable things people can walk away with Again, we're going to offer the 20 minutes. You can book some time with me. We'll talk through any way you think I can help you. And yeah, I look forward to seeing everybody who can make it there. It'll be an interesting and engaging, and I believe action-oriented webinar. You walk away and have some new things to take on.
That's good. Schedule your power session for after the webinar, and that will help you be more equipped with questions.
Exactly. Schedule it after Tuesday, because there'll be things you might want to learn. You want to review implementation strategy. There will be some things you likely that we can discuss together. Yeah. So I would recommend that.
Okay, and the link for the strategy session, again, it's in the comments right here. And I would suggest, if you're attending the webinar on Tuesday night, be sure to bring a notebook, because that's going to need for sure.
Yes.
And hopefully we'll talk to you then. Thank you for joining us in our live presentation. We're going to start doing more of these. And it just kind of getting my feet wet with using it. That's why I was asking you to tell me, to comment, just to see, you know, if we could see your comments. But I will talk to you next time. And shortly, I will have that link to sign up for the webinar below.
Julie, we do have a question that somebody misses the first 30 minutes. What would they miss? I'm not going to spoil the content, but the recording will be made available to you. So if you come for the second half, you pay the $69, you will get access to the first half.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that you're not going to miss anything. You might not get all of it live. So do come late rather than not coming, because then at least you can kind of pick up there and have a chance to ask questions, since it is interactive. You know what? It says Facebook user, this is great. Thank you so much for saying this is great. We really appreciate it. Yeah, I promise we'll be around more. Yeah. You guys, thank you, Jason. Thank you so much for giving us this time and for the webinar.
Yeah, we'll see you on Tuesday.
You guys have a blessed one. Bye.